Hello students, welcome back to our channel. Students, in this video we will discuss about Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem, how to use Pythagoras theorem, and most importantly the proof of Pythagoras theorem. So let's start. What is Pythagoras theorem? Suppose we have a right angled triangle. Oops, very bad color. Suppose we have a right angled triangle and this is the hypotenuse of the triangle, and let us say this is the base of the triangle and this is the perpendicular of the triangle. We all know that hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle, which is the side opposite to the right angle. But what about base and perpendicular? If you don't know, let me tell you. Perpendicular and base are decided with reference to the angle about which we are considering right now. For example, let us say this triangle is MNQ. So with respect to this angle N, the opposite side is perpendicular and the side adjacent to this angle is called base. And with respect to this angle Q, the side opposite to Q, that is side MN, will be perpendicular, and adjacent side QM is called base. So perpendicular and base, these two sides are not predefined in a right angle triangle. Only the hypotenuse is predefined, which is the longest side. Other two sides, one can be perpendicular, one can be base. It all depends on the angle. So with respect to this angle, the opposite side, that is MQ, is perpendicular, and MN is, which is the adjacent side to N, is base. And with respect to Q, perpendicular is MN and base is QM. Okay. So what does Pythagoras theorem? It is Pythagoras theorem. What does Pythagoras theorem say? It says that the square of the perpendicular plus the square of the base is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. It is a very famous theorem in mathematics. Most of the students already know this theorem who are watching this lecture. But main thing is we are going to discuss the proof of this theorem. And that is not known by everyone. That proof is very important, right? So perpendicular square plus base square equal to hypotenuse square. For example, let us say we have this right angled triangle and it is given that the length of this side, suppose, which is perpendicular, is 4 centimeter and length of the base is 3 centimeter, and we have to find the length of the hypotenuse. So we will apply this Pythagoras theorem. Let us say the length of hypotenuse is x. So let us apply this Pythagoras theorem, which says that the square of the length of perpendicular plus the square of the length of the base is equal to square of the hypotenuse. So square of 4 is 16, square of 3 is 9, and this is x square. So x is under root 25, which is 5 centimeter. So length of the hypotenuse is 5 centimeter. So this theorem is very useful in this case when two sides of a right angle triangle are given and we have to find the third side. So we can say that these three numbers, 3, 4 and 5, they are satisfying the Pythagoras theorem, right? And such numbers, such group of three numbers which satisfy the Pythagoras theorem, that group is called Pythagorean triplet, right? So 3, 4, 5 represents a Pythagorean triplet. There are other examples of Pythagorean triplets. So first one is 3, 4, 5. Second example is if you take the square of 6 and add with the square of 8, you will get the square of 10, that is 100. This is 64, this is 36 and this is 64. 36 plus 64 is 100, which is the square of 10. So 6, 8, 10 is also a Pythagorean triplet. Similarly, 12, 5 and 13, these are also Pythagorean triplets, because Square of 12 is 144 and square of 5 is 25. 25 plus 144 is 169, which is the square of 30. Right? So this is the Pythagoras theorem, and this is how you can apply the Pythagoras theorem. Let us come to the proof of Pythagoras theorem. Let's see how we can prove this Pythagoras theorem. So to prove Pythagoras theorem, another theorem is needed, which says that when in a right angle triangle, a perpendicular is drawn from this vertex, 90 degree wale vertex. Say if you draw a perpendicular on the opposite side, that is, if you draw, let us say this is a triangle ABC, right angled at B. So if you draw this perpendicular BD is perpendicular on AC. BD is perpendicular on AC. So now this triangle is divided into two smaller triangles, and both the smaller triangles are right angled, because this angle is also 90 degrees. So this is a right angle triangle, and this angle is also 90 degree, and BDA is also a right angle triangle. So this is a theorem which says that when you draw this perpendicular from this vertex on hypotenuse, then these two triangles which are formed are similar to each other, and they are also similar to the bigger triangle. Similar triangles are what? Similar triangles are those triangles whose sides are proportional. We are not going into the details of the similarity, because this topic is just for Pythagoras theorem. So when this perpendicular is drawn, we can say that bada wala triangle ABC is similar to the triangle BCD, and that is similar to the triangle BDA. So all these three triangles are similar to each other, simply because there is a criteria which is called AA similarity, that if two corresponding angles of a triangle are equal, then the two triangles are similar. So if we have drawn a perpendicular from B on D, now let us take the triangle ABC and this BDC. So C angle is common, and one angle of this triangle is 90 degree and one angle of bigger triangle is 90 degree. So by AA similarity, this small triangle is similar to the bigger triangle. Similarly, if you take this triangle then and compare this with the bigger triangle, then angle A is same in both of them. So one of the angles which is equal is angle A, and the other angle is 90 degree in both the triangles. So these two small triangles are separately similar to the bigger triangle. Obviously, if they are separately similar to the bigger triangle, then they are similar to each other also. So we can say that all these three triangles, 1, 2 and bada wala ABC, all these three triangles are similar to each other. And if the triangles are similar, the ratio of their sides is equal. So that is the result that we are going to use in case of Pythagoras theorem. So let's redraw this figure once again. Now this is a right angle triangle, but we are drawing it like this just to make things clear. If we can draw this triangle like this, right? So there is no difference, it is still a right angle triangle. Let us say that this vertex is A, let us say this vertex is B, and this vertex is C. So this triangle is right angled at A. Now let's do one construction. We will draw a perpendicular from A on the base BC. We will draw perpendicular from A on base BC, and let us mark this point as D. Now we know that this triangle is similar to the bigger triangle, and this triangle is also similar to the bigger triangle. Now if we take these two triangles triangle ABC, that is the bigger one, and this smaller one, triangle ABD. We can say the ratio of the sides of these two triangles is equal. So we can say that AB divided by, AB is the side of the bigger triangle, divided by BD, which is the side of the smaller triangle, equal to BC, which is the side of the bigger triangle, divided by AB, which is the side of the smaller triangle, right? On RHS, when we wrote AB, we are taking the side of the bigger triangle, but when on LHS we are writing AB, then we are considering it as the side of the smaller triangle, right? So this is the side of the bigger triangle and this is the side of the smaller triangle, and now this is the side of the bigger triangle and this is the corresponding side of the smaller triangle. Hypotenuse of bigger triangle and hypotenuse of the smaller triangle, and base of the bigger triangle, base of the smaller triangle, right? Okay, now let's cross multiply and we can write AB ka square is equal to BD into BC. Square of AB is equal to BD into BC. Let us take this as 1. Now again, let us take this triangle ABC. It is again similar to this other one and ADC, and let's repeat the same procedure. This time we will take AC, which is the side of the bigger triangle, which is the base of the, which is the perpendicular of the bigger triangle. Now let us take the perpendicular of this, which is CD, equal to, okay, now let us take the hypotenuse of the, let us take the hypotenuse of the bigger triangle, which is BC, and let us take the hypotenuse of the smaller triangle, which is AC. Okay, now let's cross multiply and we will get AC square equal to BC into CD, and let us take this as 2. Now let's add 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2, we get adding 1 and 2, we get AB square plus AC square equal to BD into BC plus BC into CD. Let us take BC as common. यहां पे बचा BD plus CD, right? BD plus CD. And what is BD plus CD? BD plus CD is obviously BC. So AB square plus AC square equal to BC into BD plus CD, which is BC. So AB square plus AC square equal to BC square, which is Pythagoras theorem. AB is what? This AD is not the part of the main triangle, na? This was just the construction. So AB is what? AB is base and AC is perpendicular and BC is hypotenuse. So square of base plus square of perpendicular equal to square of the hypotenuse. So this was Pythagoras theorem, the theorem, example, and most importantly the proof. I'll meet you in the next lecture. Till then, all the